What's that? What's it doing? No time. Don't bring them. Hurry to the stage. Faster.
The power of the Oni is within your eyes as well. It must have been awakened by the dark mass you absorbed.
What's that thing?
A concentration of the malice in this area, along with memories of the cruelty that created it. To purify this temple, you will need to find the source of this vision.
Right, Gauntlet Lady.
Enough of that. If you're awake, you listen here.
I won't answer, questions or otherwise, to Gauntlet Lady. I was briefly awake thanks to the energy of that dark mass. But now I am not.
Hey!
It's trying to tell me something.
what are these attached to? This thing's making the threads. You're nuts.
Stand and fight! You're weak, Oni! Weak!
That stench. Really not taking. That's how it's done. That went well enough.
You're just fuel for the Gordons.
Piss off. Another one? What a pain in my ass. Guess I've got to go around the back. Looks like it stretches out behind the building. You're just fuel for the gauntlets. Don't make me laugh. You're the attackers here. You're open. You're nothing. Small. Lean into. Pissed off. We're done here. That went well enough. Where is that damn spider hiding? Kinda reminds me of the gauntlet. Did the Oni make these too?
Show me what you've got.
That's pretty cool.
You're just fuel for the gauntlet. You're not getting the best of me. Bring it in too.
Everything. If you're too close when he feeds, he'll eat you too. I'm here to eat humans, not get eaten.
small.
No challenge!
Someone's here.
Gemma did this too.
Damn it!
You're now bastard.
Damn monsters. Hope no survivors. I'm back here. Which way's the stage? What's he gonna show me this time?
Gun you! You too, huh?
This thing's made me so damn strong. I've been bored halfway back to death. But look, you got yourself one too.
What blessed luck.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
This will only get worse for you. You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
What could be more fun than dancing with death? Take this! You're weak, weak, so damn weak, you fraud! No, you cannot be done already! Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
That's it? That's all you got?
Oh, he's so embarrassed.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
Swing! What? Lost your nerve? Scared? I'm right here. You thought that'd cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Oh, this is fun. Were you always this weak, Musashi?
It's looking grim.
Time to finish you off.
Now fall!
I really have gotten too strong.
Well, there goes the difficulty.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
Got you! You look terrible, Musashi.
Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Because you anticipate where he was going to attack, and then you attack, but then he anticipate that you were going to counterattack, so you counterattack your counterattack. That's fun.
Can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You thought that'd cut through?
Interesting.
Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
You look terrible, Musashi.
Yes. It's looking grim.
So slow. Got you. What could be more fun than dancing with death? I really have gotten too strong.
Okay, so dodging from a side attack isn't good because it's a full swing, but a downward attack you could dodge. So side attacks I should block.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
Time to finish you off. No,
Yeah,
you
so-
cannot be done already.
So let's see. When he comes for the downward swing, it's supposed to go to a dodge, but it didn't go to a dodge. That's a bit
We left
annoying.
off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You thought that'd cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat? Now fall!
Okay. Okay.
I'm right here. What? Lost your nerve? Scared? So slow. That's it. That's all you've got?
Interesting. He's wildly unpredictable, I'll tell you that. For a first boss in a game, he's harder than an Elden Ring first boss, that's for sure. Or if not Elden Ring first boss, I would say all Dark Souls first boss, including Bloodborne. Yeah, he's pretty tough. The thing is to anticipate what he's going to do. That's the thing. You don't know what he's going
Right
to do.
where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
Oh, this is fun. You think this is a game, huh?
Yeah, and then he does that.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Yeah, and when he comes down, you shouldn't do it.
You're weak, so damn weak, you fraud.
Trying to figure out his moves.
You're not getting the best of me.
I really have gotten too strong.
It's odd. Okay. It's a bit odd. But maybe. I'm going to... Okay, all his side swipes, I'm going to block them. And his jump downs, I'm going to dodge. I'm going to try something unorthodox.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
That should not have worked. Okay, let's see. What am I supposed to do? Come on.
I'm right here. This will only get worse for you. What? Lost your nerve? Scared?
How do I block that? A forward stab. Doesn't really make sense.
Oh, nicely done. I'll never get sick of this. Let's go, Musashi. That's it? That's all you got?
I like when he shit talks. They're like, that's it. That's all you got. I don't know, man. This feels like more like Sekiro more than anything else. But like, goddamn, for a first boss in the game, that's kind of difficult. Like, holy shit. I know I have it on normal, but son of a bitch, that's the first boss? Holy fucking shit. Alright. Let's go in like Mike Tyson.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
Come on. Come on.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad!
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Come on. Goddamn Mike Tyson, this motherfucker. Where? You goddamn pussy ass motherfucker.
Time to finish you off!
Stop feeling like goddamn playing Elden Ring here.
What a thrill! What a riot! More Musashi!
What is this bullshit? I could target specific areas. I'm middle of a rumble. Okay, so I'm in the middle of a fight, and this thing is telling me to target specific areas. Like, okay, let's see. Select the target. Press triangle. Target specific areas. Hitting the boss. Parts are marked. Those are colors. I guess.
Any more, you stupid bastard! Ooh, that's down! Ugh, why is your blood so filthy? No, you cannot be done already!
You gotta be shitting me. This is the first boss. Okay, straight up Tyson all the way then. Straight Tyson, straight Tyson all the way.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us. You're weak, weak, so damn weak, you fraud. What could be more fun than dancing with death? You thought that would cut through? Too bad! Right where we left off. Death can't stop us. You thought that would cut through? Too bad!
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Take this! That's it? That's all you've got?
Wait, hold on. Something is not right. Alright, so I was doing good before. Something seems to be changed. Something seems to have changed.
I wish it would stop you at least.
Oh, this is fun! You thought that would cut through? Too bad!
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Were you always this weak, Musashi? What? Lost your nerve? Scared? Time to finish you off! No, you cannot be done already!
That's some bullshit if I ever saw one. I knew he was coming down for the downward swing and then all of a sudden. I don't get it.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us!
I wish it would stop you at least.
I don't get it.
I really have gotten too strong.
Okay. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go unpredictable. I don't get what's I don't get what's going on, but I'm gonna go unpredictable. I'm gonna go dodge, dodge block, dodge block, dodge block. Lock on,
We left off.
hold,
Death can't stop us.
I wish
block,
we'd stop you at least.
dodge,
Wing!
block. Would you fucking block? Block, block.
Take this! You look terrible, Musashi. You thought that would cut through? Too bad!
Okay. I don't get it. Okay, I think I'll do my old Sekiro
Right
thing.
where we left off.
I'll go for the
Death
first hit.
can't stop us.
I wish we'd stop
Block.
you at least.
Hit, hit,
Got you!
block. Okay. Block. 1, 2, 3.
You're not getting the best.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad!
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
That's bullshit.
Oh, you cannot be done already!
I'm done already because the goddamn thing closed the damn angle. I'm angled by the wall. And there goes Nosy Nancy's. Turning on lights and listening in. I have no fucking life. I'll wait. Alright, I'll continue.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish we'd stop you at least.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad!
Who the hell wears a metal hat? I'm just getting started. Gun.
Oh, nicely done! Yes, this is what I wanted, what I needed. This dance with death. I love it! Woohoo! That's done.
That's not happening.
Okay, so that was the answer. Every time he strikes, you counter with your sword, and then you hit him. It wasn't simply about blocking. It was to beat this guy is a counter guy. Every time you go for a swing, you counter with your block, and then you go for a swing to follow up. That was the problem. And that was the end of the demo. It says, thank you for playing demo all the way through to the end. You can save your progress, blah, blah, blah. But hey, here's the thing. For a demo, that was pretty good. Wasn't the longest demo, but I tell you what, it was harder than that Dark Souls 3 boss. It was harder than that Elden Ring beginner boss in that cave. He was harder than. Actually, now I think about it, he was harder than the Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Demon Souls boss, Bloodborne boss, and the tutorial boss in Elden Ring. I'm not sure if he's. No. Yeah, he's also stronger than tutorial boss in Elden Ring because the first boss you actually encounter in Elden Ring is not a tutorial boss. He's a boss. This guy was a tutorial boss because they tell you everything and then you fight him and then the demo ends. In Elden Ring, typically you're not supposed to beat that first boss. The same as in Bloodborne, you're not intended to beat the werewolf. You're supposed to die because you don't have a weapon in those games. But in this game, you have a weapon and you're able to fight back. So technically he's the first boss, but he feels more like the tutorial first boss. Where in those games, you're meant to die. You're not meant to win. You're not meant to beat the beast in Elden Ring with the many swords. You're not meant to beat the werewolf in Bloodborne. You're meant to die in those games. You're not supposed to win whatsoever at all. Here, the first boss is you either win or you fail and you start over. So, as a first boss in a non-Souls game, it was pretty hard. For a first boss, tutorial boss to be exact, because this game gave you a tutorial, but it didn't have a tutorial boss. So this guy that I just fought was the tutorial boss, or the demo tutorial boss, because every enemy I fought up so far wasn't a tutorial boss. So that's it. That's it for Onimusha. I would say that took me a good while to get used to it. That was basically Sekiro, or if not Sekiro, is I forget the name of the other game. But yeah, that felt very much like a Sekiro thing. Parry when you need to parry, dodge when you need to dodge, attack when you need to attack. If you go full on berserk attack, you die. If you go full on dodge all the time, you die. If you parry or block all the time, you die. So you have to counter, then you have to hit, then counter and hit again, and then sometimes dodge. So it's like, yeah, it was like a boxing fight. It's more about blocking the hit and counter with a block and then follow up with a hit. So it's basically it was like boxing. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. That's worth. I would say this game is worth buying. Simply based on that, because Onimusha 1, Onimusha 2, and Onimusha 3 difficulty wasn't at this level of difficulty. So they've amped up the difficulty of the Onimusha games from where it used to be to where it is now. So from what I see, it's worth a buy. The main protagonist, however, is not as interesting as Samanosuke. I would say I would take a point away for that because he's not as interesting as Samanosuke. But as fighting capabilities go, he's more interesting than Samanosuke and Yagyu Jubei when it comes to fighting. So it's a toss-up. It's very difficult to put because he's not as interesting as Jubei and he's not as interesting as Samanosuke, but he fights better than both of them based on the mechanics, and he should because this is a more recent game. And he does have a better name than them, and he kind of looks better than Samanosuke, but he kind of doesn't look better than Jubei. Um, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. It's hard to define this guy because it's less about him and seems to be more about the story of Onimusha rather than him. So as a main character, I would say I would dock a point from the game for this. But where I am with regards to the game so far, I got it at a solid 5. The difficulty, I gave it with regards to combat, I'm giving it a 1 because I left off at 3 yesterday, and so I gave the difficulty in combat with regards to the boss a 1, and the unique style enemies that you're going to fighting and unique way to use your weapons to kill enemies, counters, sub counters, a triangle, circle for executions, kind of like a God of War thing. So it has that in there as well. So the game is at a 5 already, and that's just the demo, and that's not even past, like, say, the 25% marker. So I'm at a solid 5 in the game. I dock a point from the game for simply having a character that's not that great, to be honest with you. And I also docked a point away from the game for having him unsheath his weapon, and it didn't come out of the sheet. It just popped in his hands, or it's so lightning fast I couldn't see it. So technically I only deduct like maybe two or 3 points from the game. So at where the demo stands right now, it's a 5. It feels so good, because I really didn't have to beat that enemy doing counters. I could have beat that enemy doing it anywhere I wanted to. Like if I was a OP person and I was hot shot pro MLG, I guarantee I could have beat him just by dodging alone. By dodge, hit, dodge, hit, dodge, hit. But I would have to know exactly when the dodge goes in, because sometimes he follow up with heavy and then a spin attack, and you can't dodge a spin attack. You would have to counter with either backing up, dodging out of the spin, or block for the spin. And overhead coming down, slam to the floor, you could dodge that, but you can't block that. And there's a fine window as well, because even when you dodge that, you still get hit. So yeah, very good. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. The window with regards to combat is good as well. When he sometimes come down and drop down from the sky, I wonder if I could play it again. I wish I could play it. Okay, what if I load it? This time I'll play through it fast. I'll play from the last place I continue. So maybe it'll allow me to fight him one last time. Yeah, it will allow me to fight the last battle. Fuck yeah. That is sweet as hell. I'm giving another point for that. Be able to go jump straight to the final boss, or the final tutorial boss. Alright, I saw all this. So hear me, I'm gonna get my ass kicked all over again. I beat him, so I'm not stressing it. If I fail a couple more times, I'm not stressing it, because I beat him. I'm happy I beat him. I do like the look of this guy though. He does look better than he looks better than Chubei and Samanosuke. Well, a little. No, actually I still think Chubei looks better. But he does look better than Samanosuke though.
This thing's made me so damn strong. I've been bored halfway back to death.
I'm going to try to see if I could beat him by just doing dodge.
You got yourself one too.
But if I get killed too many times, I'll just call it quits, because I already kicked his ass. So I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You think this is a game, huh? You thought that'd cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
See what I mean? Even though he went for the downward, you could still get hit.
What could be more fun than dancing with death?
This is looking grim.
You're weak, so damn weak, you fraud! Nicely done! What a thrill! What a riot! More Misaki, hit me more! You stupid bastard! This will only get worse for you! That's it? That's all you got?
I'm giving in another point for his shit talk. It's good. The way he sounds when he's, I'm convinced. I'm convinced that he thinks you're shitty. Be like, that's it? Really? Okay. Oh man, that's so beautiful.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat? There's four.
What could be more fun than dancing with death? Oh, nicely done. Yes, this is what I wanted, what I needed. To dance with death. I love it! Ooh, that stung!
Yeah, I believe I could beat him with just a block, just doing the block. Pretty sweet. Did even better than before. So, yeah, you could beat him multiple ways. You could beat him just doing the block. You could beat him just doing the counters. You could beat him just doing swing, as long as you don't exhaust yourself, because you can exhaust. Exhaustion does exist in this game as well, just like in Dark Souls games. So, and in Sekiro and in other games as well. So yeah, you can get exhausted just like the enemy can get exhausted as well. Pretty good boss, but once you figure out his whole thing that counter him is how you beat him, it's pretty easy. So now that I think about it, is he that difficult of a boss once you figure out his methods? Well, he's still more difficult than the first boss in Dark Souls, and the second, and the third. And he's still more difficult than the tutorial boss in Elden Ring. Yeah, so I'd say as a tutorial boss, being that this is the demo, his difficulty is okay. Better than most boss in other games. And since in other games such as Elden Ring, the first boss and also in Bloodborne, the first boss, are bosses you're not supposed to beat, and you're automatically going to get killed if you fight them, because those are enemies you fight without weapons. So I don't count those. I only count enemies that you fight with weapons. So this is very good. I gave him extra point for shit talking. So now I would say I'm at a 5.1 for the game, because shit talking doesn't get like multiple points. I do things that by point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you get a full 1. Otherwise, I would have already been at 10 if I gave the game points for everything. So the combat deserves a full 1 itself. How the combat goes, how your lock on goes. Lock on exists. How you execute enemies. How you dodge. How you swing your sword. How you counteract. How you use your R1. I thought that was nothing, but it was a special move where you hit them 3 times to get yellow orbs so you could resume your health. How you dodge counters and how you block, and as well as how you move. You could move slowly or you could charge the enemy as well, and combos as well. So 1 full point for the combat, and then additional point for everything else. So I'm at a 5.1 right now. I like the actually 5.2. I like the style of the enemies in this game. For the first tutorial boss, he looks good. He feels intimidating. He behaves. He has his own character traits and behavior and mood, so he's pretty good there as well. So now I'm at a 5.2. So this will definitely be a game I will purchase. The main character, Miyamoto, I don't really Miyamoto Musashi. I don't really like his character because he feels very mid between Samanosuke and Jubei. But I like his name better than both of those guys, and I like his kind of his face is kind of also in between as well. So he feels like a very in between character in the Onimusha series. He feels slightly better than Samanosuke in combat wise, less honored than Samanosuke, um, but he feels very much like Jubei, but he feels more rugged and rough around the edges than Jubei. So he feels like a very rough protagonist, kind of like a person that doesn't know what's going on, but he was just given the power of the Onimusha, so he has to be he's the chosen one. You've been chosen, and you're just a random guy. So it feels like I'm playing Elden Ring, and I'm just a 1 out of 1,000 or 1 million person picked to go for the throne. That's what this guy feels like. It doesn't feel like he's anything special unless we have a backstory for him so far. But I like his design, I like his name, and I like how his facial structure looks. It looks more grind, more gritty, more been through the ropes. He looks like a tough guy. So when it comes to Samanosuke, Jubei, and him, I would put him on the number 1 list as the toughest looking guy in those characters within Onimusha. Um, is he better than Jubei? No, I think Jubei is still going to be number 1. And I believe this guy might be the number 2. Because Samanosuke is more of an honorable type of guy. Honorable samurai who has good skills and everything. But he's not rough around the edges. He doesn't see combat. He probably didn't come from a poor family and stuff. I could see that this guy had been a Ronin for quite some time. He probably was an honorable samurai that served a master that probably didn't deserve them, and that's how it goes. But we'll see. We'll have to see the story of this guy. If this story of Onimusha doesn't give this character a story, if there some parts of his story is not revealed in this new Onimusha game coming out in 2026, then it'll be disappointing. The main character will be disappointing because the story will be specifically focused on the main story and not the character. What you want to do, you always want to have a character story when you're introducing a new character. It cannot be about the story. It has to be about the character because the world has to fall in love with the character. So if it's about the story and not about the character, it's a very tight balancing act that you have to do between both story and character. And that's the trouble that's going to happen here. If they don't have a good balancing act for the audience to love this character, in order what he does, if he jokes around, what he wears, how he portrays his character, how he behaves, how he kicks ass, if he doesn't come across as a Dante in the first Devil May Cry game, where there's hardly any story about Dante, but you liked him and and he became the most famous Devil May Cry character ever, is simply because of his behavior and how he's presented and his character. So you don't care about his backstory. So they have to do something like that with this character if they're not going to do a character story. They have to do it, because if they don't do it, it's going to be a fail and he's going to be a lost character in history. So far it's a 5.2 for me. It's a very successful demo, not too long, definitely not too short. It's not like Alone in the Dark where you get like what, 10 minutes, and I'm like, I'll be like the guy in this game. I'll be like the tutorial boss in this game. That's it? That's all? What the fuck? That's how I felt about Alone in the Dark. That game was shitty as hell. This is 10 times better than that. So this will be a game I will purchase down the road. I just need to know its price range. If it's a game that's beyond $60 so far, I'll wait for it to drop to about 50. I believe this game shouldn't be a $70 game, based on what I see performance in the game itself, in the demo. I didn't see many things. This is not like Atelier Yumiya. If anyone knows about that game, where it tells you how to do this here, left there. This is how you build this. This is how you farm this. This is where you go. Everything was tutorial in the game. I'm like, what the fuck? When am I gonna play in the game? It's telling me how to do this, left, right, center, up and down. Okay, at least it's not that. But I need more in my demo for me to pay $70. Based on $70, I do not see this being a game I would pay $70 for, or even 65 for. So once this game dropped to about $55, I could see it being a $50 game. Straight out the door, $50. I could even see it being a $60 game straight out the door. $60 because I see the graphics. And I understand the world we're in, and I understand import, export, and I understand game development. So I could see $60 straight out the gate. I cannot see myself paying, though, a full 60 straight out the gate with what I'm presented to in this demo so far. So once it drops from 60 to about 55 or 50, I'm definitely going to buy it. So if it drops to about 50 or 55, I'm buying it. However, there's one thing I would say. If it does not drop to about 55, or if it does not drop past 60, or wherever it is right now, 65, 70, if it doesn't drop past 65 or 70, whatever the release, when this game comes out, when it officially drops, and 1 month after the time that it officially drops, everyone's going to review it, everyone's going to play it, then they're going to present it to the world. After that first month, if it has not dropped a single dollar within the following month, that tells me something. That means the game is good. Also, if several months have passed, let's say 2 or 3 months have passed since its original release, and it still has not dropped to about $65 from its original $70 presentation, because it's probably going to be 70, and it still have not dropped past 65 after 3 months of it being released, then that means it's a very good game, because its price is not fluctuating all over the place. It's keeping a steady flow, and it's slowly dropping, like water slowly evaporating into the air due to humidity. It's not going fast. So if it's slowly dropping past the first month, I'm probably going to buy it at the $65 rate. I'm not going to wait a full 3 months after this game is released to buy it. I'll wait just 1 month after it drops, and if the drop is very minimal, I'm going to buy it. But if the drop is bad, after someone fully plays it and review it, and they say it's not as good, I'm expecting it to drop to about $55, $50. So from what I could see, this game is probably going to have a whole lot more difficulty, a whole lot more things for me to explore, a whole lot more weapons for me to get, a whole lot more forms for me to transform into. like the other Onimusha games. I'm gonna get different bows, different arrows, different things, explosives. So this is going to be a fun ride. But how the story is going to play out and how places that you can explore, because based on where I was running through, jumping over or climbing in, because he doesn't jump, climbing over and going through, it feels linear, but it feels linear in open world sense, as in you're not just going down a path. You could go left, you could go right, but you could go through houses, but eventually it all circles around to one area. So it doesn't follow a complete linear path. There are several paths to get to that one area. So it feels linear but also non-linear. So that's both a good and a bad thing. So I might have to dock it a point for that. Um, but still, even if I dock it a point for that, I will still be at a 5.1. Now that I think about it. So this is the end of this demo. I'm out. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, wasn't disappointing at all. Was not disappointing at all. I'm gonna hop on Warframe in the next 30. But it wasn't disappointing. That boss fight, you know what? I like that boss fight. I really like that boss fight. That was a fun boss fight. Let's see what the price. Well, if I see the price of this, it's going to kick me off, and it's not going to go to live broadcast. I really like that last boss fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more once over of the entire game, but at a very fast rate. Because now I know everything, I'll do one more once over. And it should take me about 15 minutes, most, to make sure I miss anything. It's like a truck. You're doing an inspection of a truck, pre-trip inspection. You gotta check everything and do a once over and say, Inspector, I'm done now. After you've completely done a once over. Now if my internet goes down, that's fine. I already did the demo.
Temple. That really was instant. Little
is known about Yamamoto Musashi.
Let's purify this
But
place and see if that won't wake up.
If we don't get a story about him, he has to be a Devil May Cry type character. If we don't get a story about him, you gotta love him in different ways. Okay, so I didn't mention the text. I like the formation of the text and design of the text to tell you where you are. I didn't mention that, so I gotta give it a point for that as well. There's a logo that popped up to the location of where you are. I did not give it a point for that. I already gave it a point for the crows. He does not jump. He automatically hops over things. So I kind of like that.
Just the bastards I'm looking.
Okay, I didn't give it a point for this as well. Even though I gave it a point for reading information within the tutorial, I didn't give it a point for how it's presented in the tutorial. They show a nice little animated window, kind of like a what we used to call it, SW, SV. Jesus, it's been so long. For SVA. I think it was called an SVA using Flash back in the days. So basically it's a little mini video, and you put text around the mini video, and then you present it within your window. Yeah, so it's good. I can see the text, I see the design, I see the icons. I didn't give it a point for this, so you go back and forth with it as well. So these are mini videos.
Someone there!
Okay, so technically I would be at 5.3. I'm accumulating points that I play throughout the entire game and adding them whatever ones I missed. I gave it a point for vegetation
What's all that noise?
and rock formations.
Smarter than I thought.
Hey, I dealt with the monsters. Let me through.
Thank you, thank you. We'll unblock the gate right away. Thank you, Samurai. If those things had broken through the gate, none of the people taking refuge here would have had a chance. It's horrible. The temple grounds are just a killing field full of monsters. How can this happen? This is a temple! It's blasphemy.
If the entrance is this bad, the inside must be a mess.
Open up, please! Quickly! I never thought I'd make it back here alive. But Buddha watches over me.
Is it really that bad out there?
There's nothing but fiends and horror beyond here. If you mean to pass through, I urge you reconsider.
Fiends, huh? Just what I'm looking for. The malice is thickest over there. Now, how do I get there?
done here. You're nothing.
Also, I believe I didn't give it a point for. I understand I gave it a point for consumables, but I didn't give it a point for crafting items that you could pick up. You could pick up crafting items pretty fast. You just press the L1 next to it, and then boom, you have it. You don't have to like show the animation of you actually picking up. He just grabs it super fast. So I'll give it a point for that as well.
You're just fuel for the gauntlets.
Piss off.
Done here.
That was fun.
So I gave it a point for storage room items. Like if I start to just collect stuff throughout the world, just to hoard it and to farm it, I gave it a point for that just now. Consumable items you find in the world, and then you store it in the storage box. But I believe this mainly will be for when you have multiple weapons. You need some place to store it, kind of like Leon's little attaché case in Resident Evil 4, or fold-out case in Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
What's that?
Gauntlet. What's it doing?
No time. Don't bring them. Hurry to the stage. Faster.
The power of the Oni is within your eyes as well. It must have been awakened by the dark mass you absorbed.
What's that thing?
The concentration of the malice in this area, along with memories of the cruelty that created it. To purify this temple, you will need to find the source of this vision.
Right, Gauntlet Lady. Enough of that. If you're awake, I've got
I
questions.
refuse.
You listen here.
I won't answer, questions or otherwise, to Gauntlet Lady. I was briefly awake thanks to the energy of that dark mass,
Yeah, that's cringe.
but now I am not.
I'll dock it a point for that.
Hey,
There's no need for jokes to be in the game. It should be taken completely seriously. I do understand that this guy is more of a not like a serious thinker type person, you know, more laid back person. But to make the Gauntlet kind of a joker, maybe she's not a joker, maybe she's very serious, but she doesn't. They're trying to do comedy. It's not a good thing.
Trying to tell me something.
I dock a point for that. Oh yes, I didn't give it a point for this. So 5.3, but this will get me back to 5.4. I didn't give it a point for this. This is kind of like Aloy's looking thing in Horizon Zero Dawn. You do it like this to see the world around you and to see hidden things. You press the R2 gauntlet, you hold. I mean the L2 gauntlet, you hold, and you press the R2 at the same time to light his eyes up and see things. So I give it a point for that. Yeah,
Making the threads.
should be at a 5.5 with regards to also fog as well. Fog and heat. I didn't log in fog and heat. Through the animation just now, I saw heat present heat, and I didn't log that in. It's essential for a realistic type of gaming, or to give a sense of realism.
That worked well enough. You're nothing.
I see this game suffers the same problem Elden Ring has, or Dark Souls games have. Once you lock on, if you're close to too many enemies, the lock on goes all over the place. But it's not as bad as Dark Souls and Elden Ring, so half a point for that. So 5.45. It's not as bad as theirs, that's for damn sure. Anyone who's played Renala knows what I'm talking about.
I expected more.
You're just fuel for the gauntlet. Die!
We caught it.
Another one. What a pain in my ass. Guess I've got to go around the back. Looks like it stretches out behind the building.
Found them!
Do nothing.
What's that? Cat! People!
Don't make me laugh. You're the attackers here.
One strike.
You like that? You're just fuel for the gauntlet.
So I don't think I gave it points for
Kinda reminds
design
me
of chest or
Did
metal
the Oni make these
objects.
too?
Like the craftsmanship and design of objects. Like the style and craftsmanship of objects. So I'm giving it a point for that as well. Same as lanterns, same as anything metal. A metal design crafted by either the clan or the house for which it came from. So I'm giving a point for design as well. Not interior designs of areas. I'm giving it a point for interior design of areas. It looks pretty good and realistic, but I'm also giving it a design for objects as well. So I should be at a 5.6 with regards to the game right now. 5.6. So there's lots of things you could miss as well. Like you could say his swords, you have to give it points for the design and craftsmanship for the swords as well. For which I didn't give it points for as well. So I should give it a point for that too. For the sword. Different sword types and different sword designs. I already gave it a point for unique creatures, so yeah, for swords as well.
Show me what you've got.
Interesting.
You're gone!
So once I get to the final boss, I'm not gonna fight him again because I already beat him twice. I just doing cleanup here to see if anything I missed. I already did water. I already did vegetation. So yeah.
That's it! One strike.
Gemma did this too.
Damn it!
You now bastard. Damn monsters. What are those survivors?
that's cool. That is cool. Okay, so enemies have combos as well that could kill you if you're not paying attention. So I'll give it a point for that as well.
Damn monsters.
So now I'm at 5.8. That's pretty damn cool. Certain specific enemies have follow-up combos. So not just combos, they have follow-up to their combos. Like they could grab you
You're not getting the best.
and they could follow up with a swing and then finish you off. That's pretty cool. So they don't just have combos, they have follow-up to an execution. Okay, that's pretty damn cool. If it was something simply as combos, it would be good, but they have an execution from a combo, which is also very good.
I'm back here. Which way's the stage?